Hi, my name is Joseph Parker, WBA champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
British legend Frank Bruno has given his thoughts on potential fights for Anthony Joshua against WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder and the Gypsy King Tyson Fury. And this is what Frank Bruno had to say. Anthony Joshua is a very serious guy who trains hard and lives his life the right way. If he continues to do that, he can go and beat Deontay Wilder. But Wilder is a very dangerous opponent. He's unpredictable and has incredible power, so Anthony will definitely have to be at his very best to come out on top. I think everyone, including myself, would love to see Anthony Joshua against Tyson Fury. It would be the biggest fight for many, many years in this country. But it's important Tyson is ready for it. It has been reported that he's back in training, and that is great to hear. Tyson has had some troubles in the past, but everyone just wants to see him get better and back to his very best. A fully fit Tyson Fury would give Anthony Joshua all sorts of problems. So that was Frank Bruno's statement. Now, Frank Bruno is former WBC heavyweight champion of the world when he beat Oliver McCall for the title and then ultimately lost it in a rematch with Mike Tyson. He's a brilliant ambassador for the sport, especially for Britain. And growing up, Frank Bruno was one of my heroes. I loved Frank Bruno. Now, a lot of people will compare Frank Bruno to Anthony Joshua unjustifiably. But for me, I'll say that's probably a good thing because it means that Anthony Joshua will also go down in history as a British legend. So why not? But of course, Anthony Joshua is a unified champion. Frank Bruno has never been so. So let's go back onto it then. So basically what I took for that is Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder, but he doesn't beat Tyson Fury. That's pretty much what I got from Frank Bruno's statement there. And I mean, it's hard to disagree with anybody who says anything about those three fighters fighting each other. I mean, against Tyson Fury, you would probably favour Anthony Joshua to knock out Tyson Fury. But at the same time, you would favour Tyson Fury to beat Anthony Joshua on points. I can't see a situation where Tyson Fury would knock out Anthony Joshua. But it's heavyweight boxing, you never know. Deontay Wilder, very, very good over the distance as well. He doesn't seem to really get tired, whereas Anthony Joshua does. He does gas a little bit, but he has managed to recuperate. And that's due to his youth and his fitness levels where they will plummet, but they will rise again pretty quickly. So unless somebody gets him out of there when he's in that gassed off period, then the fight's pretty much his. But against Carlos Takam, he never gassed out, and obviously that went 10 rounds. But with Deontay Wilder, you could probably beat on him all night and get to 11, 12 round, and Deontay Wilder still has enough in the tank to release that big right hand when it's needed. Interesting times, and hopefully we get to see both of these fights in 2018. Obviously, I pick Anthony Joshua to beat Deontay Wilder as and when that happens. Will it happen next? In my opinion, no. I don't believe Joshua against Deontay Wilder will happen next. And Joshua against Tyson Fury, I believe, will happen end of the year. I don't think they're going to rush Tyson Fury too much. He does need a couple of fights, even though in his mind, his fighting spirit says, no, I can get straight in there. For me, he needs to get in there and fight a couple of journeymen and then move up a level. So maybe 2 or 3 fights and then prepare for Anthony Joshua. In the meantime, Anthony Joshua, he needs to get his WBA mandatory out of the way, fight Joseph Parker and fight Deontay Wilder in no particular order. Anyone is fine, but obviously we'd all love a unification fight to be happening at Wembley for a great spectacular show. I think a unification fight between Joshua and Wilder deserves a Wembley fight. And if you're American and a big fan of Deontay Wilder, as much as you want the fight now, I'm pretty sure that you would agree with me that you would love to see him finally have a big stage. 90,000 at Wembley or similar in Nigeria or wherever it may be. So hopefully we get to see these fights. Joseph Parker, again, hopefully that will be a big event as well. I believe it will sell no problem as well. And unifications are the key for 2018. ultimately with one of these guys being undisputed champion. But here's a question for you. First of all, do you agree with Frank Bruno that Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder and potentially loses to Tyson Fury? But here's another question for you all. We all talk about undisputed and who's going to be the undisputed, and naturally we say, okay, Joshua, Wilder or Parker. By end of 2018, one of these guys will be. But could there be a spanner in the works somewhere where the undisputed champion, the next undisputed champion by the end of 2018 is not actually one of these guys? Maybe one of these guys will lose to somebody else between now and then, and that person becomes undisputed. Little food for thought. Drop yourself a comment, click that thumbs up, and if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe.